Hi, it's Maija here, and this is my announcement for the second Classic SFF Readathon, or the longer name Women Write Classic SFF Readathon. You can use the longer name or the shorter name, whichever one you want. This is a readathon that I started last year, where we will be reading classic SFF books written by women. I use the term classic quite loosely, and I mean anything that was written before the year 2000. And while SFF means science fiction and fantasy, you can read from any speculative genre like horror. I am all for that. The readathon runs from April 1st to April 11th, so it's a week and a half long readathon. So yes, the readathon starts on a Thursday, which is a bit weird for a readathon maybe, but I wanted to start on the 1st. Also, where I live, Easter weekend is a long weekend, so that works out well. I have 3 challenges for you to choose from, but you can just ignore all the challenges and just read at your own pace. All of these challenges are about reading 3 books, which I know is a lot for a week and a half long readathon, but I encourage you to pick up short stories and like shorter classic SFF novels as well. So there's a lot of older novels that are like 200 pages or so. So the main challenges that you can choose from for this round are Time Traveler, Portal Expert, or Arcane Scholar. In Time Traveler, which is a repeat challenge from last year with a different name, you need to read books from 3 different consecutive decades. So for example, from the 90s, 80s and 70s, but you can pick decades from like the 1800s if you want, or you could also do centuries like 1900s, 1800s and 1700s. At least I think one could find like a Gothic story from the 1700s. But yes, pick 3 consecutive decades. Or you could choose the Portal Expert Challenge, where you will need to read books from 3 different speculative genres. So for example, 1 fantasy, 1 science fiction and 1 horror book. Simple. And finally, in Arcane Scholar, you would specialize in 1 decade, so read 3 things from the same decade. I think I will be doing this one and focusing on the 80s. The Twitter account for the readathon is at @ClassicSFFReads, and you can use the hashtag #ClassicSFFReads. I changed the hashtag from last year to make everything more consistent. I will be hosting reading sprints on the Twitter account, but I haven't decided on the dates and times yet. Last time I named the sprints after specific authors and gave little facts about them in between the reading sprints, so I might do that again. So I hope you'll join me during the first weeks of April in reading some older SFF books written by women. I will post my TBR video later, closer to the readathon start date, but that's all from me for now, and I'll see you in my next video.